Hi friends! Today's video is about how to let go of the past and how to be in the present moment with yourself in your life today, instead of keep going to the past, keep going in the fear, keep going dipping your toes back in the sand or in the part of your life that God has removed it and that you have been rescued from already. But we have the tendency to hold on to relationships and to the past, to a career, to something that you invested money or time and energy into. You're gonna be very weary of to let go of that. It doesn't matter what it is. And one of the big important lessons of this life for me, and I'm sure for a lot of you guys, if you're watching this video especially, is to learn to let go of control and of the need to know what's next and to be okay in the unknown of the present moment. Because each present moment is a gift from the universe, from God, from our higher self. And if you're alive, that means there's a purpose. You're still here, you have work to do, right? And we tend to go to the past a lot, especially when a relationship is ending, or it maybe has ended a long time ago, but you still are going back. Like, why do we keep going and back to that moment, back to the relationship, back to the people who are hurting us, back to like the family that maybe is hurting us, back to a career that is making us unfulfilled, right? It's easy to go back. It's so much harder to be in the now, to say, okay, all right, I understand, this has ended, okay? We have to let go, right? And the reason is because this is who we are intrinsically as human beings, wired to not repeat the same pattern, to learn and to be we're scared of the unknown, right? And the past is all we know. So that's the easy thing to do and natural thing to do. Like, if all you know is, let's say I was born in Moldova, and all I know is about that country and everything that it has offered to me. I don't know, I came to the United States when I was 15 and my whole world changed. And that was a traumatic experience, and like I had to learn who I am again and again and again. So the letting go process is like death and rebirth and shedding of the old self. So it's scary, it's uncomfortable, it's lonely sometimes, right? Because when you're going through a grieving process of a relationship or of a career or anything, the grief can be overwhelmingly overtaking your whole body and your whole being. And sometimes it can take months and months or years to fully let go and release that person from your life. But I want to help you in this video to share with you how to create this peace with letting go of the old in a very short amount of time. And I've gone through this process like over and over and over again in this life, maybe like 30 or 40 times already, or maybe more, hundreds of times perhaps. But with big things, it's maybe like 20, 30 times where like I moved and I moved and I moved and I moved, and breakup after breakup. And it wasn't even like long relationship. It was like short relationships that I'm like, I had to learn the lesson over and over and over again. Like, I am worthy of receiving more, right? I am worthy of receiving love and acceptance and compassion from people. So like when you keep going through these processes of endings, it feels like never ending. It feels like, oh my God, am I ever gonna like change my ways? Am I ever gonna like attract better friends, better relationships? And the truth is, yes, you will, and you are already, if you choose to let go, right? So like when we are afraid to let go, that's when we cannot even accept anything new to come into our lives. Imagine if you're like keep going to the past, into like a past relationship, but you are trying to manifest a new person to come in who actually adores and accepts you and loves you for who you are, and like is your perfect match, right? Is your perfect love. And but at the same time you keep like contacting your old flame, and you keep like talking to them, you keep like interacting with them and help. Are you okay? Can I help you? I'm so sorry this relationship ended, like even though they ended it, even though it's their fault, like, but you're like, oh, I'm so sorry, I want to help you. It's like, why are you doing this to yourself, right? So like we go in a loop, loop, and like the loops of relationships sometimes can end like 10 years, 5 years, it depends on the person. And like I met this girl, like very close neighbor to where I live now in Joshua Tree. I'm walking with my dog, she's walking with her dog, we talk, I'm a very friendly person. I just like to talk to people. And like if I meet somebody on the street and they're friendly, I'm just gonna talk and ask them things and like about their lives. I wanna know you, I wanna get to know you, right? If you give me good vibes, right? And she's like, yeah, I am. Like, are you in a relationship? I just feel asked to ask certain people certain things. The angels work through me. I don't really know what they're gonna ask people. And she's like, no, I'm single. I've been single for 5 years. And my ex still calls me sometimes and texts me sometimes and like wants to get back together, and I tell him no. And I'm thinking like, okay, so you've been single this whole time, and throughout the 5 years, you keep in contact with this other person all the time. This is what she told me. It's like, well, this is like, that figure eight, that's like a loop that's never ending. So in order to get out of it, in order to like end, you have to end the relationship in order to attract a new person if you want to be happy, right? But we have a choice to make. Like recently I sat with grandmother ayahuasca, and she told me, the universe, okay, back up. The universe tells us things and advises us on things, but we have the choice to say yes or no, right? So let's say God removed this relationship from you, but you keep dipping your toes back in it. You're making sure they're fine. You keep like playing into their games or whatever, and the choice is yours, right? I have the choice. You have the choice. We all have the choice to make better decisions. And grandmother ayahuasca told me, like, do you want to suffer? Okay, you have a choice. If you want to go back to the past, you will suffer. And we all have a choice, right? You have a choice. I have a choice. I can choose better. That was my mantra during like the ceremony. I was looking at my life, and like my life is like, oh my God, bad choice after bad choice after bad relationship. Not judging. There's no bad, right? But it's like, I was hurting, I was in pain, I was attracting people who were abandoning me, or an unavailable man, or choosing to be working jobs that weren't making me happy, or just a lot of pain in the past. And if you keep going there, what are you going to experience? You think that out of all that pain, you're going to start experiencing happiness all of a sudden? Like, no, you have to move on. And like, when you go through a death, and like any ending, any death and transformation, like the caterpillar doesn't stay a caterpillar, right? It like transforms into a beautiful butterfly. I love this picture. It depicts that to me. And then like on the left is rebirth, right? I'm covering it, but you understand the memo. Death leads to rebirth. So every ending, every past, it's going to lead to something amazing and beautiful in your life. No matter the tragedy, yes, it's not easy. Like Teal Swan talks about this. Like, well, all spiritual people talk about this, how like every shitty situation is supposed to help us and is like an opportunity and a lesson. And she's like, it's so hard. I want to just tell them, shut the, but then she's like, but it's true. And I agree, like, of course, when you're going through a breakup, when you're going through a divorce or like a death of a family member or something, you're going to grieve that relationship. Like there will be months and months of purging, of grieving, right? Which like I've done so much of, and I'm like at the point where I'm like, I'm done, You have to cut the cord, right? And I hope that you are worthy inside, because you are. And I want you to put your hands on your heart and say with me, I am worthy of receiving everything that the universe desires to give to me, and everything that I desire. I am worthy of receiving. Thank you. And thank you for being here and watching this video. I hope that you are showered with blessings and that you can let go of the old toxicity of anything that doesn't serve you, friendships, relationships, your family or careers, or anything that is trying to leave. It's okay to let them go, because a new thing is going to arrive very, very soon, and it's gonna blow your mind, like how amazing it will be. You are going to like be like, wow, I can't believe that the universe like took this thing away but gave me like an amazing new thing. Just like, let's say you have a junk car, you're like, no, I love this junk car, please don't take it away, I just love it so much, it's so many memories. It doesn't even drive anymore, but you're like, but it has memories. Okay, I can't give it away yet, please leave it there, let it stay in the driveway, right? But then you don't have even space for a new car. You're like, well, I understand I have to walk everywhere and take a bus or something, but I don't want the new beautiful car. I'm just gonna keep this junk car, right? That's what we tell the universe. When the universe trying to take that away from us, you're like, no, but why? Wait. I'm not ready, right? And the universe like, nope, that's it. Like you're never gonna be ready for an ending. It's like, who's ready for a death, right? Like most people are not. Like very rarely. I know, I've been working with people who are dying like for 2-3 years already. I know that the family members or the person are never like 100% ready, right? When it happens, you just have to deal with it, right? So like when something ends, you just deal with it and let go of it and let that junk car go, and God's gonna give you like a Lamborghini or something, or a Porsche, if that's what you like, or whatever is your dream car, Mercedes, right? Like, yeah, just let go of the old so that you can receive something amazing and beautiful, because you are worthy of receiving that into your life. And why do I know this? Is because I know you and I see you, and you are an incredible being of light here on earth to manifest all of your desires, to manifest happiness and abundance. And you don't have to settle. Like, we don't have to settle for anything that is less than what we desire. And I hope that you can see yourself in a new light, just like I see you. I send you much love. Mwah, namaste. Bye bye.